Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha Rakah Kwadash Ma'amath. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders. Double honors to my elder as well, Aharawan Ben YAHSHARAHLA of the LIONZ Den Camp. And salutations to the fellow Akim, Abwafim, and children that believe in truth and in sincerity. It's your brother, I thank y'all back to another lesson, and Yahara Tazaz edifying. I'm going to start off in the book of Sirach, in the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7 and verse 15. And it reads, hate not laborer's work, neither husbandry, which the Most High have ordained. Right? And when you go into that word laborious, it goes into what? Hard working, man. All right, hard working. All right, industrial. Hey, something that Jake don't want to do ultimately. Hey, Jake dwell in tents. But hey, this is not our rest, as the scriptures say. Micah 2 and 10. So hey, we get no rest here, man. You're always gonna be uncomfortable, but hate not laborer's work, and most importantly, the main work and the main duty is the work and the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, preaching this truth and casting off this great spell and wine off our people, man. These wayward philosophies off our people and bringing them back into the truth, all right, into the knowledge of themselves, man, what they foreknew, all right. That's the main work, but hey, Jake don't want to do hard work, man. Jake dwell in tents, you know. Hey, but we have to work hard on this side, and mainly that hard work is towards what? That husbandry, man. That tilling the soil, that tilling the ground, the land, being a farmer, man. As Paul said, hey, he planted the seed, Apollo water, but the Most High give the increase, roughly paraphrasing, you know. So no servant's greater than his master, man. So we fall under that same hard working and that same duty as our big brother and the elders that came before us, man. So that's the main work, none else. Everything else comes second, shit at that. This work is the end all be all. This is our way out. As the scriptures say, much wisdom, increase of sorrows, right? Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart, right? This oppression will make a wise man mad, man. When you come into the knowledge and the truth of self, all right, that you're a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, that we are the children of the Most High, man, that we're the Israelites of the Bible, all right, the true chosen people, man. And servants are upon horses, man, as we speak, all right, so that oppression maketh the wise man mad, man. And goes back to the statement I had just said, roughly paraphrasing the scripture on much wisdom and creature of much sorrow, man. Some things, hey, when and when you know better, you do better. Ultimately, you can't do the same things that you done in the past in the world by knowing and coming into the knowledge of truth, the knowledge, wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, it doesn't allow you to go out there and work like a damn slave. All these app-based jobs and the way the economy is constructed right now. All right, you can work a lot less and make a lot more, you know. So it's all on the reforming of the mind, coming out of that sleep. All right. So hey, ultimately you gotta love that hard laborious work, man. Of preaching and teaching this truth, because that's the main goal. That's the main work. We can't work twice as hard for Esau and don't have that same effort towards the work of the Lord, man. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. Yahweh Bashmi Habashah. You know? And this is First Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel, right? Woe is me if I preach not the gospel, man. Because that's our main duty, being called to this truth. So when we see a work slow down or anything slow down towards the Lord's ministry, towards Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, we got to evaluate ourselves and reconstruct our lives, man. And ultimately, if you are the elect, the Lord is not going to allow, all right? He's not going to allow you to be comfortable here, man. You know? So, hey, ultimately, this work is the main work, all right? And this work is a hard in itself, man, because this is a spiritual battle, all right, according to Ephesians. I believe that's Ephesians chapter 6. But I continue on in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 16, verse 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward, right? It's a great reward at the end if we do this thing wholeheartedly, truth and sincerely, all right? But if you're doing this thing with a date in the back of your mind, all right, is not going to be for your benefit. All right, the Lord is you're eventually gonna fall off, or if you're doing this thing with some type of gain in your subconscious, you're trying to get some type of worldly gain out of faking the funk or doing the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to get something out of the world. All right, that thing out of the world is never gonna come. The Most High is not gonna allow it. All right, ultimately. All right, because if you're his, man, he's not gonna let any stumbling block come in your way. All right, but this is back in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward, right? But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. God, so let's go into that word dispensation. If you do this thing unwillingly, all right, it's a dispensation of the gospel. So we got to continue to push this truth. We got to continue to do the work that we ultimately signed up for, man. This is the death sentence, all right? This is a life sentence, being fully committed to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, to the end, all right? We go into that dispensation. It's G
Strong's
3622.
G 3622, oikonomia, oikonomia.
Economia, the management of a household or of household affairs. Kind of sound like economy, all right? Economia, the management of a household or of household affairs, especially the management, oversight, administration of others' property, right? The office of a manager or overseer, stewardship, right? And ultimately, you're to govern the flock, right? Or if you're new in the fold and you're up under brothers, all right, you still have a duty, all right, of being the example, a representation of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right? And first and foremost is a doing his work and doing his will, all right? So you don't want to work extra hard for Esau and not for the Lord. All right, that's a false balance, and you have to examine thyself if you're really in the truth. All right, but from there I want to go to the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 28, and it reads, "Come unto me, all ye that are labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." So this is the rest, the work. All right, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and ultimately putting your hand on the plow and doing the work, tilling the ground, tilling the soil. All right, planting that seed, tilling the ground and tilling the soil, man. And ultimately the Most High giving that increase of you doing so. You know, so hate not laborious work. All right, and ultimately, hey, this truth is what a spiritual battle, man. As I stated before, and we go get it. All right, I believe it's in Ephesians chapter 6. All right, on how this is a spiritual battle. All right, and we have to prepare ourselves and put on the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, because hey, this is a this is a full-time job in itself. You know, it's 24 hours of the day. All right, constantly dwelling on the spirit, dwelling and meditating on the Lord's word. Right, fighting off these damn demons. You know, physically and spiritually. you know, because hey, this is a hornet's nest, man. We're in hell, all right? That low condition under the sun, all right? So of course, man, this spiritual battle is a constant fight, all right? And this 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week, man. You know, and Esau want to take it want to take 10 hours and 12 hours of your day, you know, talking in the physical work, you know, in the physical work sense, you know, thinking he's slick, all right, to throw you off even more of a balance, man, so you can't focus and get a peace of mind, all right, and you just going to and fro, all right, doing as thou wilt, all right. But this is back in Matthew 11 and verse 28. I'll read it again. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, right? All that are heavy laden, man. You know, who are tired of this oppression, who are tired of this system, who's against them, man. You know, pertaining to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, come on to the Lord, man. Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, all right? Being that you're heavy laden in this place. And the Lord's going to give you rest within his truth, within his wisdom, knowledge, and his understanding, within his word, all right? The living waters. And this is verse 29. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls, right? And that yoke is the knowledge of him, man. You know, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and learn of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, for this is a light affliction, man, the scriptures say. All right. It may seem like hell because we're in it, all right, but we ain't going through the half, man, of what our big brother Yahweh Shai went through, all right. So as the scriptures say, no servant is greater than his masters, man. So we want to take take upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, we want to take upon his yoke, all right, and learn of him, all right. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls, man. And then you will find rest unto your souls, man, at the latter end. All right. Hey, for doing this work, man. He's not gonna forget your labor of love. This verse 30, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light, Con. You know, that's mainly the point, man. You know, his yoke is easy and burden is light, man. We're, as I stated, man, we're not even going through the half of what our big brother Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai went through. You know, so ultimately, hey, this the main work, man. You know, doing the work of the Lord. All right, there's many ways to make a dollar. You know, as they say in the world, there's 100 ways to skin a cat. You know, and when you start to maneuver with that faith you got, you know, and that faith Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has given you. All right, when you start to maneuver, man, you get to see how the Lord is gonna move things in your favor, man. You're gonna do a lot less and bring in, if not the same or even more, man. You know, the apostles and elders went on, you know, talking these app-based jobs, right? Our elder here at the Lions Den camp, you know, really was making the emphasis, you know, not making the emphasis, but showing us, hey, what the app-based jobs was doing for him, you know. So it just shows, hey, just stepping out there on a limb and with faith, all right, hey, it's a balance, man. You can, this economy is going down, man. You know, you can it almost seems like you get away with robbery, man. The way, you know, money comes in, it's just numbers in a damn computer. You know, the way Esau works, the way his system and his economy works, man. You know, and you could do less and get a majority of the piece of the pie. You know, that's how his pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme of a system is set up. All right. When usually the one who's working extra hard, you know, you may think you're getting your piece of the pie, but you're really getting robbed, man. You really should be earning and getting and deserving a lot more, all right, by doing the strenuous and the work that you're doing, all right. But it's all in the game. It's all in the affliction. It's all a part of that evidence that's on this devil hands, man. What he's gonna pay for, all right. And this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors, man. Right. Made no account of his labors, man. So that strenuous, laborious, hard work that you do for Esau is going to amount to nothing anyway. All right. All this thing in this realm is temporal, man. It's gonna be done away with. All right. So, hey, you want to put forth that hard work towards Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, where riches and thief can't go through and steal, right? Where the riches don't moth and corrupt, right? But it's everlasting. From now, I want to go to that was Proverbs 21. This is Proverbs 21 and 25. The desire of the slothful killeth him. Con, being slothful, that ultimately is what's going to killeth the man. So you don't want to be slothful in the Lord's work, all right, and that husbandry, right, which the Lord have ordained. So hate not laborers' work. In the laborer's work, the main laborer's work you should not hate is the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The desire of the slothful, and this is Proverbs 21 and 25, the desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor, you know. His hands refuse to labor, you know. So ultimately, that's a dead man, man. He's a waste. He's for no good. He's of no benefit. You know. And this is Proverbs 21 and 5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness. Let's get that word, plenteousness. The thoughts of the diligent, right? Because we want more. We seek a new heaven and a new earth which dwelleth righteousness, man. We don't want to compromise with Esau. We're over the things of this world, the fashions and the things of this world. We're over that. We desire the new heavens and the new earth, man, the new things, the renewed things per se. And it's H4195.
Strong's H 4195. Mothar. Mothar.
Mothar, preeminence, abundance, profit, superiority, man. Right. We looking to be the head, man, and not the tail, ultimately. The abundance, man. You know, so the diligent was what we seeking for, hastening the day of Yahweh Bashimi Yahweh Shai. All right, and that's why we continue to do the work. All right, week in and week out, uploading constant videos. Hope Yahweh Ratazah, this one is edifying. All right, to feed the flock. With for those who are a heavy Latin to come on, man, come on and put their hands on the plow. All right. And if your hands on the plow, to continue to push, to continue to do the Lord's will, to continue to do that laborious work, you know, continue tilling the field, man, because it's going to be a great reward at the end. This is the book of Matthew. Connor, we got Matthew 11 and 28 already. This is Matthew 9. And I'll start at verse 37. Then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Right. So it's a lot of work to be done, and only few laborers doing it. All right. So and that's why it's imperative for us to continue on doing the work in the will. All right. So we can get up out of here. And it's a lot of work to be done. All right. So it's no excuse of not doing it. You know, the more the it's enough for everyone. It's enough for everybody to get in on it, get a piece of the pie, get a part of the land and get the tilling. This verse 38. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest, man. And that's just the spirit, you know. Didn't see the brother video yet. All right, the brother in the car, Karab, or the Lions Den Camp. All right, but I saw the title and it was more so on that topic, man. Pray for more laborers, ultimately. and hate not laborer's work. All right. And that's twofold. All right. The laborer's work of grinding hard, grinding the mill, right? Getting them hands dirty and rugged, sweating, right? And just as well as doing the Lord's work. All right. Because the Lord's work is what's priority to begin with. And that's what's going to profit and yield a, a reward at the end all be all. Esau's hard and strenuous work is just slavery that we're getting ready to come up out of. And Shalom and Yahara Tazada's lesson was edifying, Ahabatha, and DTA.